So if you'd have told me 30 years ago when I first started investing in real estate that one day I would be a land developer, I would have said you were crazy. But look at me now. So it is about taking me that long to understand that what it really takes to go from raw trees to finished houses is a lot of risk, but a lot of work and a lot of rewards. And I really enjoy it so much. It's a way that I can take and predict what my cash flow is going to be, predict my inventory and my future build costs and those kind of things. And we're going to walk you through each of those steps. So like with everything you build, the foundation is the most important aspect. And of course, having a great grading contractor to get the site prepped and level and erosion fencing and other things, other aspects in place before you go and start building your, putting in your footing and your foundation or pouring your slab is so ultra important. But this is that next phase. So we can see looking up the hill here that these are our next few houses that are coming, as well as some of the ones behind us over here. And so we're just going to work our way right through the subdivision as we go. We've already got it planned in what this grading is going to look like and how each lot cuts from one to the other. But this is the most important part, and this is one of the most exciting because I know we're about to go vertical because we don't build these to keep them, we build them to sell them. So this is one of our new homes, kind of in the early stages. We call it the rough end stage, where we have our rough electrical, rough plumbing, rough heating and air. It's just rough, okay? Rough wood, rough stage, all right? That's what we got. And so this is one of our builds. We typically can build this home in about 120 days. So we're about a few weeks into this thing, about 3 or 4 weeks into this. And over the next couple months, this will be a finished home ready to move in. Pretty exciting. So the important thing to keep in mind is that no one can do all this by themselves, right? So you have to build a team. And although I'm a general contractor, and you still have to have a team around you. And as you grow, you might need an administrator, you might need a bookkeeper, you might need other project managers, you might need someone that does land acquisition and engineering and drafting and all those kind of things. There's so many roles, and you either outsource them by hiring an independent third contractor to do these kind of things, or you bring them in-house and you bring them on as an employee of some type. But you cannot do this all by your lonesome. So teamwork makes the dream work is real important in this business. The other part is the general tradesmen and the subcontractors. We do the general contracting services, project management and all. We do not have everyone on staff to do the framing and the roofing and the doors and the windows and the electrical and the HVAC and all those other trades. So to build a good team of reliable subcontractors that will show up when they say they are, do a good quality job at a fair price and clean up after themselves and have the right insurance and all those things takes a little while, but you can find them. And what you're looking for is a good professional, someone who takes their craft and their trade very seriously. And that makes a great teammate. So I love following the progress of these projects. And you can see over my shoulder, we have a home, and several homes actually, that are in the various stages of construction, fresh out of the ground. Most of these have already passed their rough trades, so rough electrical, rough plumbing, rough HVAC, or mechanical. And soon they will have siding on them, drywall, and start to go inside and finish things up. But so from raw dirt and lots to vertical, and then let's go check out the finished product. You can see these are all dried in. We have the windows and the doors in place. Garage doors will come a little bit later, but they're all dried in so we can work inside. Of course, it's hot here in July in the Carolinas, so no ventilation inside to speak of. So the guys tend to sweat a little as they work, but it's all good. And of course, we try to keep real clean job sites. It's very important for the attitude of everybody and just for the safety and well-being of all the workers. So we focus a lot on that. In this particular subdivision, we're kind of building them in order. So we're going from lots 1 all the way down to the end of the cul-de-sac, and then here's the finished product already on the market, ready for a new homeowner. Come on, let's go take a look inside. So this is the finished product. This is about 1,500 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And a wonderful little product, LVP floors, quartz countertops, and in this market, this will sell great. It's on the market, and I'm sure a lovely family will really enjoy this. Cove ceilings and some other little accent features. And this is our typical product. I like to stay in this mix. They're a little easier to build, don't take as long, so it eliminates that risk. If I can compress the timeline to build and timeline to develop the land, I get to take a little bit of risk out of the deal, which is so important because it does take so long to get through the whole development cycle and to go vertical and get it to market, because we can't alleviate the risk until we've sold the house. And so it's important that we can't kind of keep tight on that timeline. And that's, you know, everybody's got their mix of what they like to build or what they like to rehab and rent or flip and do all their things. So everybody's got their little thing. This just happens to be my thing. Okay, so you do you, baby. Sometimes we pick up efficiencies if we keep things consistent. And so generally we like to pick a handful of plans that we just build over and over and over. That way our trades, everyone involved in the project just knows what they're doing when they build the next version of this particular house plan. And one thing we like to do too is like our kitchen styles, our cabinet styles, handle pulls, appliances, all that will be fairly uniform across all our house plans. In fact, some of our house plans, we've even oriented the kitchens to all be identical. So the cabinet packages, everything's the same between several different house plans. And that just makes it a little bit more streamlined, trying to get in that kind of modern production type feel as opposed to being in a custom type environment. So if you considered building new homes or doing any land development, or building to rent, or buying to rent, or rehabbing to rent, or rehabbing, or flipping, or any other investment in the real estate world, you should give us a call, because you need a mentor. You need to be able to take the risk out of the deal. You need some help. Don't do this on your own. Teamwork makes the dream work.